All right, the last team we're going to look at for fantasy football 2013 is the Super Bowl champions, the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens had a tremendous amount of turnover in the off season. They got rid of Anton Bolden. They lost Ed Reed to the Texans. Of course, the heart and soul, Ray Lewis, retired after winning his second Super Bowl as well. So lots of changes for the Ravens. From a fantasy perspective, they don't have a great team either, but they have a couple of interesting pieces. Joe Flacco, the quarterback, just doesn't throw enough touchdown passes to warrant anything, although he is expected to be the big leader on the team, and if they're going to win another Super Bowl, he's going to have to start throwing more touchdown passes. He averages in the low 20 touchdowns. That's just not going to get it done from a fantasy perspective. Draftable, but certainly at the back end of the draftable quarterbacks. Certainly not someone you should consider as a quarterback one under any circumstance, but an okay guy if you're really looking for a bye-week fill-in for a Drew Brees type of character, and should be available in around 10 or 11, even 12 in a lot of places. As far as the running back, they've got, of course, Ray Rice. Rice catches a lot of passes. He carries the ball a lot. He is going to be a stud this year as well, barring injury. Seems to go in that 7-8 category as far as the 7th or 8th running back out there, and as such goes anywhere from 6 to 10 in the first round. I've never seen him go out of the first round in any mock drafts this year, but right on that border in the lump category of Marshawn Lynch or C.J. Spiller or LaShawn McCoy. The other running back they have that's draftable is Bernard Pierce. He'll get a lot of carries during the year. I think he'll take some of the burden off of Ray Rice, at least during the regular season, and then as you move towards the playoffs, assuming the Ravens are there, you'll see Rice a lot more. Pierce a solid handcuff for Rice, and a lot of people are taking him in rounds 10 or 11. At the wide receiver spot, you have Jacoby Jones, who as a wide receiver makes a heck of a return man. Don't even consider drafting Jacoby Jones as a number 1, 2, 3, or 4 wide receiver. If you think you've got an awesome team, you might take a flyer on him if you're playing in something like a Yahoo League, because Jacoby Jones is a terrific return man. He was great for the Texans in that role. Of course, have the Super Bowl return for a touchdown as well. So look for Jacoby Jones at best very, very late in the draft. And as a wide receiver 4 or even really 5. The other side, they got Torrey Smith. Smith was terrific last year. Of course, you saw him abuse Champ Bailey in the AFC divisional game. Before the championship game, he was a solid receiver during the season, and falls into round 5 or 6 as a draftable commodity. Tight end is one of the areas that the Ravens had a guy, Dennis Pitta, who was expected to kind of replace Anton Bolden as a guy that you could count on as a possession receiver, but of course he dislocated his hip and is out for the season. Ed Dixon has replaced him, and you don't need to even worry about drafting Ed Dixon. Defense and special teams, the Ravens' defense is still going to be solid. Again, they have to replace Lewis and Reed. There's a lot of heart and soul that they've lost there, so you got to be careful. But Jacoby Jones is a terrific return man, and so that kind of mitigates some of the loss. The Ravens' defense definitely draftable, probably the middle of the pack, 5, 6 type of draftable defenses, and you can get them late in the draft, as with all defenses. Justin Tucker's the kicker. They kick a lot of field goals. He's a very solid kicker, and again, in that 7-8 category as far as kickers go. So again, Flacco I wouldn't worry too much about, but if you want him, he's certainly going to be available in around 9 or 10. Ray Rice goes pick 9 or 10. Bernard Pierce, also a draftable running back, as either a handcuff or as a guy that against certain teams will get more carries. So watch out for specific matchups during the regular season, and he goes in around 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that range. Jacoby Jones I would never worry about unless you just want to take a flyer on a wide receiver 5. Torrey Smith will be taken in rounds 5, maybe 4 at best, but 5, 6 I would say normally. And then the tight end I wouldn't worry about at all with Pitta being out for the year. The defense is someone that you can certainly look at, and Justin Tucker is a very solid pickup.